Hello everyone, welcome back in my channel. In this video, I will explain you about human dignity and human right. Especially, I will answer the question in the study 26, state's obligation to provide emergency medical care. So, without any more delay, stay tuned. Problem in this study is Mr. HS fell off a train. He suffered serious head injuries and brain hemorrhage. He was taken to the local primary health center. Since necessary facilities for treatment were not available at the primary health center, the medical officer in charge of the center referred him to the nearest hospital for further treatment. Mr. HS was taken to the hospital. The emergency medical officer in said hospital, after examining him and taking two x-rays of his skull, recommended immediate admission for the future treatment. Nevertheless, Mr. HS could not be admitted to the hospital, as no vacant bed was available in the surgical emergency ward and the regular surgery ward was also full. In the another hospital, he was not admitted there, on the grounds that no vacant bed was available. And then, in the another hospital, he was not admitted to that hospital on the grounds that the hospital has no ENT emergency or neuro emergency department. The rejection incident happened several times. Until the end, he was admitted to a private hospital where he was treated as an inpatient. For me, this topic so interesting because we must think more deeply about what will we do. Why is that? This topic teaches us to use our mind and our conscience. In acting, we must use our mind. In the mind, we find many ways to finish our problem. In the mind, we find method to do our plan. For example, in this case, the hospital acts rationally by refusing Mr. HS because they are aware that there are not adequate facilities. So, they do not want to take bigger risks. In other side, in acting, we also use our conscience because in living together, we must respect and pay attention to life together. In my opinion, this topic enough showing how the hospital helped Mr. HS to get first aid, but in the text not much is explained. So, Mr. HS must waiting several times for help. And finally, Mr. HS get help in the private hospital where he was treated as an inpatient. In this case, I agree with the steps taken by the hospital. They didn't unilaterally handle the accident that was experienced by Mr. HS, but they realized the limitations they experienced. In an article, effort explained that the hospital not allowed to perform actions beyond its capabilities. This regulation is intended to minimize more severe work accidents, cause this case is quite affecting a person's life. So, we have to be careful of someone's treatment. So, maybe enough for my explanation about human dignity and human rights, especially question in the case study 26, state's obligation to provide emergency medical care. This case teaches me to respect and pay attention to life together, especially today who is suffering. I hope after learning this material, we have a sense of critical thinking and empathy. Thank you for watching. See you next time and God bless you.